Well, teaching kids about the importance of hard work builds character. It also helps mom and dad employ their children tax-free. Here to share how to do it, our good friend and tax guru Thomas Spade, certified public accountant and instructor at CofC's School of Business. Welcome back.
It's wonderful to be back, Layla. It's good to see you and everyone here.
You know, I saw this article. I thought it was so interesting because I did not realize that there is tax law that applies to parents who want to employ their children under 18 in the family business.
And there actually is a provision in the law that allows you to pay your children, run them through payroll, and if you pay them less than the standard deduction amount for the year, which this year, $13,850, and that's their only source of income, they actually don't pay any tax on it. Cool part is, if you are organized as, say, an LLC, a partnership, a sole proprietorship, you don't either have to withhold Social Security and Medicare on it or match it. So if you think about it, it's kind of awesome. But there are drawbacks to it. So for example, let's say you have a corporation. If you have a corporation, you're going to have to withhold Social Security and Medicare on the kids. Second, this does create a bit of a paperwork nightmare. So if you already have employees, this isn't really going to make much more of a difference. Because what you're going to have to do is run them through payroll. You're going to have to issue them a W-2. You're going to have to do the quarterly payroll tax filings, even if you're not withholding anything. You still got to do the filings. Now, if you're already doing that, great. But if you're not already doing that, that can be a little daunting.
It sounds a little daunting, but let me ask you, why is there a difference between an LLC and a corporation, for instance?
Well, really what's happening here is the corporate tax law says that anyone you pay through the corporation as an employee, you're going to have to withhold Social Security and Medicare. That's it. For the smaller businesses, though, they don't have to. And again, we got to think about why we have this law in the first place. This is why I call this my big fat Greek tax deduction. Think Greek restaurant, bunch of family running around, everybody's screaming at each other, everybody's doing their jobs. It's designed to employ the children in a situation like that. So it's just something to think about.
Some very fond memories, personally speaking.
And it's making me hungry too.
Yeah, I know, me too. Okay, so, and when we're talking about youngsters who are working for the families, these are folks who are under the age of 18.
Right.
Is there an age limit that they cannot work before a particular age as it applies to the tax code?
They can actually work at any age. However, you got to be careful with the jobs that they do. So for example, if it's a job the Department of Labor has said is hazardous and children are not allowed to do, you cannot let them do that. Otherwise, you could be looking at some pretty big penalties from the Department of Labor. Another thing to keep in mind, you're probably, no matter what your business structure is, going to have to file and pay state unemployment on those kids too. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, all right. But this is a wonderful opportunity to get kids' feet wet and learn what it's like to run a business, to work for somebody, and to earn a paycheck.
It truly,
it's incredibly
truly
fulfilling.
is. Exactly. It truly is. It might mean some more paperwork on your part, but just keep that in mind. And if you're thinking about doing it, definitely consult a tax professional.
Yeah, absolutely. And also family management company.
A family management company is something that you could set up to allow for all of this. But that is something that you've got to sit down and talk with financial advisors, CPAs, lawyers, make sure it's right for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Not a problem. It's great to see you.
We're back in 2 minutes.